What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Word on the Street with Judah. Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. As promised, got the man, the myth, and the legend up in here, Mr. Nicholas Jones. All right, founder of look. I know y'all been asking. I've been asking too. How do we pronounce? I know how to say this one, right? TWIB. The world is backwards. I get that. How do we pronounce this one? Hashtag DLROWEHT.
Man, I've been getting that for so long. You don't pronounce that one.
Okay.
All you gotta do is say the world is backwards because it's the world spelled backwards. So let me try to get y'all whatever. Yeah. But nah, like everybody used to always ask me, how do you pronounce that? Like, hey, you can't get tongue tied saying the words, saying my name, man.
Right.
So I had to break it down and just do the TWIB because people got hard. It was hard for people to understand what it meant.
Right.
So when they used to see that, they used to say, that don't make sense. What that mean? So I took that comment and was like, it don't make sense. It's nonsense. So how about I take that and make it the motto? Making nonsense make a lot of sense.
Look at that. I like that.
Because of the fact that people deal with nonsense every day, and they think like they want to know why. It's a reason for everything that happens.
Right.
So like, you gotta understand that, man.
I can dig that. I can dig that. That's real, man.
Yeah, man.
So where did the concept of the world is backwards come from, though? Like, how does that go? Like, I mean, I would be presumptive in saying that it's self-explanatory. So explain that.
Oh man, since I was about like 5 or 6 years old, I questioned a lot of things. I was always wondering, why is a color called a color? Like, why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? Stuff like that. Right. I always question things. So one day, like I was just sitting, chilling, and I just started thinking about things so much. I was feeling like, I've been a writer all my life.
Right.
I've always thought about things, and when I write my poetry, or when I write music, whatever, I write about the world we live in or what we go through in everyday life.
Right.
So when the name came together, I was just sitting there writing on a piece of paper and everything like that, and I wrote the world because I wanted to write a song called The World.
Right.
But then when I got mad writer's block, I ended up throwing the paper. But seeing when the paper like fell down, you know how God sends you a message?
Yes.
So I looked at the paper and I'm sitting here like I was looking at how it made sense to me somehow with the world was spelled backwards, the paper was flipped over.
Okay, all right. So the paper's flipped over.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wrote it out backwards. So I spelling everything backwards.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself like something was missing. And you know how Twitter is known for trending topics, like everything that's like something to talk about.
Right.
I was thinking to myself, like, I need to put a hashtag on this.
Put a hashtag on it.
So when I put a hashtag, put it all together, it started making sense to me. But I was thinking to myself, how can I make it make sense to everybody around me?
Right.
So
how do you make it make sense to everybody around you? How do you make everybody understand that the world is backwards and what that means?
People would always ask, what's the world? What does that mean to you? How is the world backwards? And I think to myself, do you live in the world that we live in? Like, we live in a world where, excuse my language, it's easy to get a piece of than to lend a helping hand.
Right.
Like, we have so much. People are fighting over colors. People fighting over clothing.
Right.
Like this, everything that I create with my brand has a meaning to it.
Right.
I'm wearing this. People think that I'm wearing this because I'm. This is like gangster colors or whatever. No, it's not.
It's not.
This is for unification.
Okay.
To unify.
Unify.
The Bloods and the Crips can be united. People have been fighting over colors for years. You got people fighting over colors that don't even know what the meaning or reason why.
Right.
The other day I was walking in the park. A little kid walked up to me and was like, "What's up, man? You cuz of blood?" I was like, "This kid is about 7 or 8 years old," and asked me, "Was I cuz of blood?" And then say he was a Crip. I'm thinking to myself, like, why is it a child is able to say this?
Right.
who raised a child to say this kind of stuff?
Right.
So I created this logo, this style, in honor of the fact that the justice system that we live in, people thinking that everybody is a gangster. I want to promote unification too, unifying, like being able to say we can come together and support each other and work together and talk and do all of this to be able to change the world.
Right. So when people see hashtag TWIB,
yeah,
what is the first thing you want them to think? What do you want them to immediately go to? Is that unification? Is that the idea?
First of all, I want them to stop saying TWIB.
There you go.
Everybody says TWIB. What is TWIB?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put dots in between it because periods made it threw it off.
You threw it off.
So I just tried to do the hashtag TWIB. But everybody say, what's TWIB? What's TWIB? At the bottom, it says literally the world is backwards. So that way it's the breakdown.
Let you know that this is an acronym.
Exactly.
Okay.
But when people see that, I want them to know this is me putting my stamp on the world.
Right.
This is me sending a message. And the person that's rocking the shirt or rocking a piece of merchandise, that person got the message. Because nobody just nowadays people that actually purchase my shirts or my merchandise, yes, they know where the message come from. I had somebody the other day asking me before they bought a shirt. They was like, "What is the world? What is that you want your brand to do? What makes your brand different from everybody else's?" Right. The fact that I put my own money into it. The fact that I'm not doing this just so I can be heard. Right. Just so that I can make money off of it. Right. I'm doing this to send a message. I'm doing this to basically pick up where Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, where all black forefathers, where everybody where they left off at. Yeah. And the thing is too, my brand is not just for black people. It's for everybody. Tell them. They thought my brand was just for, because it's a black-owned brand. Yes. It's for black people only.
Let's touch on that right quick. Let's touch on
okay.
Let's touch on selling our brand. Okay. And who's actually buying it. Right?
Right.
When you're selling a brand, do you care who's buying it?
I don't.
I don't care either.
You can be black, you can be white, you can be Hispanic, you can be homosexual, all of that. I don't care. Yeah. The fact that my brand represents unity still. That's a part of it. Like, if you go to my Instagram, Dlroweht_brand, you will not only see black people wearing my brand, you will see white people. You will see homosexual males, homosexual female, like all that. Right. Because of the fact that I don't care about my brand being seen on one person. I want it to be seen by everybody. Everybody. Because I want everybody to understand the message. Right. Like, people ask me all the time, is it just for black? I say this, black owned does not mean black only.
Did y'all hear that out there?
Like, for real, man.
Did y'all hear that out there? It's okay to support black-owned businesses, people.
Exactly,
y'all hear that? Listen, did y'all hear that? It's okay to support black-owned businesses if you're not black. I think that's a gem. I think people kind of got to download that a little bit. Black people support white businesses. We've been supporting them for a long time.
Exactly. But that also goes to the fact where, like I got to say, no justice, no peace. Yeah. People are upset that you would, like, the Black Lives Matter movement. Let's talk about that. People think that when this stuff happened with the Trayvon Martin and the people that got shot, everybody.
People lost their lives.
They believe that you have to be mad at every officer. You can't say blue lives matter. Well, my thing is, you can't sit here and blame every police officer for what one officer did. Okay? They going out here protesting, they're attacking the wrong people. You never know who is in that little, when the police officers
before
get
you
together.
Go any further, before you speak any further, now you cool. I just want to make sure that we know protesting and attacking
Yeah.
are two different things.
Yeah, I know.
So you got protesters, right?
Right.
That protest.
Yeah.
And then you have people who attack.
Exactly.
Let's not intermix those two.
I'm saying the ones who are out here just attacking just to attack.
Well, I'm just saying let's just not put the word protest.
Oh, you got
next to
that. Yeah, you're right. The attackers.
With that.
Because there's a plot behind everything that goes on.
It is.
So let's make it known that not everybody is doing this for the reason of somebody else is doing it.
Big facts.
Because
Big facts.
I'm not building my brand to follow behind what somebody else's brand is doing. I made this brand and people were wondering, why am I wearing another person's brand as well? Because of the fact that it's out of respect.
It's love.
I got love for everybody's brand. My boy JT, Life is Good. My boy Byron Harris, Stay Down. Like I represent everybody because of the fact that you got to show respect to each other.
That's key.
Right, because if you want me to wear your stuff, and I got like you want mine right now.
Right.
If you come out with something, I'm gonna have a shirt on by yours too, because of the fact that it's showing we represent each other, we support each other.
Right.
Support is the main thing that needs to be heard, man.
And I 100% agree with that message.
Yeah, man.
Don't matter with the Black Lives Matter movement. If you're out there, because people are still out there protesting and doing other things. If you're out there, it's all about unity.
Exactly.
Make sure you focus on the unity and not the destruction. So I definitely 100% agree with that message. Speaking on the subject of unity, your brand, what you represent, let's go ahead and touch on what the people want to know about, which is life is good and the world is backwards, coming together to present the world is backwards, but life is good, feeding the homeless event. Yes. How did that happen, man? Y'all are doing a Feed the Homeless event?
Yes, man, because
shout out to JT, my bad. Shout out to JT. Yo, JT, founder of Life is Good, you know what I'm talking about? Yo, shout out to him. And yeah, go ahead, tell me how did you and JT get together and how'd y'all come up with that?
Man, I've been knowing JT for probably about a year now, man. That brother is doing amazing things right now with his movies, and like he got Life is Good. I think we started about the same time with both of our brands.
Okay.
We just never linked up or met each other until I watched him on #Washed. So and you too, brother. So
right
check y'all out. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I was on the show. I was on.
Yeah. So man, that's an amazing cast right there too. Season 1 and 2.
It is.
But yeah, I met JT through watching him on there, and also checking out his brand, Life is Good. I saw it in a lot of places, and I purchased one of his shirts. He got one of my shirts.
Right on.
So we was always talking about linking up and collaborating on some things. Shout out to my boy Brandon Pride, part of Pride Hustle. He got his own brand as well.
Shout out.
So he's one of the creators of this event we have going on as well for the Life is Good, Words Backwards, all that. Yeah. But man, I was hitting JT up on Facebook, man, because we was talking about writing a movie together, and then we was talking about putting our brands together and something. So I'm thinking to myself, like, why don't we just do an event that would make sense to give back for? So we came up, I was thinking to myself, like, life is good, but the world is backwards.
Look here.
That was the first pitch I gave to him.
Yeah.
We called it The Life is Good, but the world is backwards. But he was like, put the world is backwards, but life is good. It sounds much better.
I like that.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, the names of our brands, it makes sense.
Yes.
For this event.
And it's crazy that your brand represents unity. And y'all unified too. Listen, man. The divine knows what the divine is doing.
Exactly. Because we wanted to make sure that people see that you ain't got to be competition. That people
drop the gem. He just dropped the gem on y'all. Did you get it downloaded?
Like, this is not competition, man. This is a family affair. This is a family thing. So shout out to JT for Life is Good. Brandon Pride for Pride Hustle. Right, like, we're doing this, and this is not even going to be just a one-time thing. We want to do an annual. This is going to be annually. It's going to be on the 27th, December 27th, and it's going to be on Commerce. I think it's Commerce Street, or at 2 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to drop the flyer in there and everything. So y'all come out, help out. We taking donations right now. Y'all can either donate $25, that's fine. Donate clothes, food, anything. Just you can hit me up in my inbox. You can hit my boy Judah up. He's gonna be there. We're gonna all be out there.
Judah.
Yeah.
Word on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be there in double capacity, probably triple. Hey. I get some more people to come through. You know what I'm talking about? So
we working 2 p.m. to whenever black people learn how to go home.
Yeah,
which means we're gonna be gone come New Year. We're gonna be going home. So
right. When you're getting ready to feed the homeless, with this event, and you're getting ready to also go out there and engage the community.
Okay.
What advice do you have to people who want to do the same thing, but they don't feel like they have anything to offer? What advice do you have to people who want to engage their community, but just don't know where to start?
Man, but to be honest, this is my first time ever doing this. Like this is my first time ever. I've always wanted to put an event together like this, and getting in with these three brothers, and also shout out to the HUE. That's the name of the organization. We call it the HUE, HUE,
right?
For humanity and everything. Basically, and we're all basically melanated people too.
Yeah.
So yeah, represent. But most definitely, the advice I can give is think about what you're doing it for. Because we live in Dallas. We walk through here all the time. You go through downtown, you go through Oak Cliff, you go through anywhere, and you see these people are on hard times. Mm-hmm. They sitting out here laying on mattresses, or half the time it's just straight concrete.
Right.
And 2020 has been terrible to everybody. Yeah. But do we think about the fact that how it's been to these people that's out here on the streets?
Big facts.
The weather in Dallas is crazy.
Right now, yes it is.
It's either
and always is.
It's either 20 degrees or it's 110. And we gotta think about the fact that these people they've had it harder than us.
Yes.
We're worried about getting sick. We're worried about this pandemic, this COVID-19 and everything. But not thinking about the fact that these people are out here in a concrete jungle dealing with this.
Yes.
So it's not hard to give back, because 1,000 can't feed one, but one can feed 1,000.
There you go.
Like, think about that.
I like that.
Like, why can't we come together and help these people?
Yeah.
Some people don't want to be helped, or they're too prideful to ask for help.
Right.
So they feel like you treat them like a charity case, but you're not.
Right. We all need help. We all need help.
Some people have that heart where they want to give it to. They want to give back.
Right.
So it's not hard to give back. It's not hard to take care of somebody else. It's not hard to just basically just to give back. It's not hard at all, man. But people act like it is hard, but it's not.
Right. I can dig that. Listen, I'm going to add to that. If you don't know how to support, and you don't really know, you're not a person who wants to get up and go out there, make sure that you are supporting by donating. Make sure you're supporting by buying merchandise. Right. Make sure you're supporting by doing what you need to do. In case that, you know what I'm saying? You can't get out there physically, but you can show your support in other ways.
Exactly.
And speaking of that, we have a question here from my man Quincy Wells. He didn't think I was gonna shout him out. What's up, Q?
Okay, what's going on?
My man Quincy, he want to know how much for the hashtag TWIB.
Bruh, if you want a t-shirt is $30. If you want to get a hoodie about $45. And people been asking about these Letterman jackets, man. Them Letterman
hats. You got everything. Buttons. He got everything.
Hey, man, you can hit me up anytime. DM me. And my Facebook is Incredible Jones, NKREDIBLEJONEZ right now. And you can go to my Facebook page, DLROWEHT brand. Like, check me out, and I got you. And if you need a certain kind of style, hit me up. I got you. I can do all that.
Nice, nice. And so, okay, so on here it says that you are also, let me tell you a little bit about Nicc. Okay. All right, let me tell you about the hashtag Dlroweht. And I know that ain't what it is, but that's what I say, man. Listen, I'm going to give y'all, they say, what's the pronunciation? I'm going to tell you, it's Dlroweht. You hear me? The world. The world spelled backwards, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, Nicholas Jones, CEO, says, man, you're an actor, you're a brand ambassador, creative director,
yes, sir,
host, model, and writer. You do a little bit of everything. You do it all. People want to support you, man. And they've been wondering, because they've been asking the questions, how do I pronounce the name? They've been asking the questions, you know, how do I say TWIB when it ain't TWIB? It's hashtag TWIB. The world is backwards. Understand that. So people want to know, and they are curious. What they want to know is about you. So tell the people just a little bit about you. Not what's on the card.
Gotcha.
But about the man.
Oh man, a young man born and raised in Oak Cliff, Texas.
Oak Cliff. That's my hood.
I've been in Texas all my life, man. I love it. This is home. I've never wanted to leave Texas. I mean, I want to travel a lot, but I mean, Texas will always be home for me.
Right.
I was always a creative kind of person. I loved music all my life. I used to sing, used to rap, all of that. I've been writing since I was 12.
Nice.
My favorite subject in school was English. So I was always writing short stories, So right now I'm working on short films as we speak, man.
Right.
So I'm trying to do everything. I'm a man of many hats.
That's what's up.
I got plenty of friends that do music, plenty of friends in the acting game right now. I just got into the acting game a year ago.
Yeah.
And shout out to Miss Dlroweht for the Hood Fetish movie. She gave my first acting job, my first short film, so it's gonna be coming out soon. So you gotta check it out. But yeah, man.
That's what's
up. When I started writing at 12, I started thinking about. I had so many stories in my head that I wanted to put on paper. So when I used to write, you know how in school they used to tell you like write what you did over the summer and everything. Or I used to like try to make up stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. So
give them a nice story.
Yeah, man. I used to always do that. I had a crazy imagination.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I've always been the creative type, taking things and try to rebuild them or create things in my own light.
Right on.
So like I said, when it comes to me, when I hear a friend's song, I can take that song and create a whole music video to it. And just like that.
Right.
People be like, how did you do that? It's all about the lyrics, man. When the lyrics speak to you and you really just hear it, it's amazing what you can do.
It's a different vibe.
So I've always been that kind of person to hear things. If I hear it twice, I hear it once or twice, I'm able to come up with my own version of it.
Nice.
So
that's what's up. Y'all heard it here first. Word on the street with Judah. If you were wondering who hashtag TWIB was, if you were wondering who hashtag DLROWEHT was,
yes.
If you ever wanted to know who Nicc Jones was, right? Incredible Jones, you hear me? Listen, then you know today. You got a small piece to the puzzle, and we encourage you here on Word on the Street with Judah to support Black and women-owned businesses. So support this brother, right? Make sure that you look him up. Make sure that you go find his handles. Make sure that you support him. Buy a shirt. If you don't want to buy a shirt, okay, I don't want to buy a shirt. Donate something to the world is backwards, but life is good. Feeding the homeless event, right? You can always do that. Reach out and figure out how you can do that. We're going to post some information after this show, so you guys can go ahead and reach out to Nicc. We appreciate you being here. Word on the Street with Judah.
I appreciate you having me here.
Right on,
appreciate
man.
It, man.
We appreciate our studio partner, right? Bodyguard TV. We appreciate our producer, Nicole, right?
Miss Nicole rocking the shirt over there too.
You know what I'm talking about? We here at Word on the Street with Judah, we support you. We thank you for being here, bro. And we look forward to seeing your brand, seeing you around town.
Already.
All right.